Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. This is Eric Smith, your host of the My Financial Success Show. And tonight's show, it is one you want to make sure you grab a pen and paper, get you a refreshing beverage, have everything at your disposal, because tonight we're going to be talking about some very, very important topics that really can benefit everybody you know, including yourself. We're going to highlight 5 steps to reducing financial stress so that you can enjoy all that life has to offer. Is that exciting or what? So, before we get into our show, we have a few housekeeping things we want to address. And that is, number one, you are watching what is called a Google Hangout. You are inside of an environment of Facebook where you like to live and play. I mean, think about it. I'm on Facebook all day long. I mean, that's just where I conduct business. I find people, I solve problems. And if you like Facebook, enjoy the format of where we are today. If you'll notice, at the bottom, there, at the bottom of below the green buttons, there's some comment feeds. I want to know your feedback. Please, questions you have, information that you're hearing that you like, please comment. You can like and reply to others' comments. Let us know where you're listening in from. Please put in where you're listening in from, city, country, or wherever. We love to find out where our audience and our listeners are, because we want to give value. That's the whole purpose of why we do our show. If you notice that above the comments, if you feel like you have friends, family, coworkers, associates that could benefit from this information, hit the share button, tweet it, Google Plus, recommend it on Facebook, get the information out there. Share with others so that they can come in and enjoy what we're talking about tonight on My Financial Success Show. Also, you'll notice that you had to like. If you had never liked our show before, you had to like it to access. Please be sure you click on the notifications to receive notifications. You don't want to miss any episode of information that we're going to be talking about. Because let me just give you a quick warning. What this show is not about. This show is not about making $10,000 tomorrow per minute. This is not about some type of pie-in-the-sky hype opportunity that you've got to buy some pills and potions and lotions and go and bug all your friends and family and things like that about. This is not what this is about. And if you're looking for those types of things, you might stick around, because we're going to give you some tools that are going to help you really be successful in life, but those aren't the things we're going to be focused on here. This is actually our first broadcast of the summer of 2014. I've been away working on some other projects that you'll hear about later on, because I work with entrepreneurs. I help individuals get results and success. I have a team of people that work around me. So I also want to introduce real quickly the sponsor of our show. The sponsor of our show tonight is a fantastic company that you're going to hear more information about, called My Hangout Academy. My Hangout Academy, this is their Facebook page. You'll be able to go and check them out later on. My Hangout Academy, helping entrepreneurs get their message out to the world. As a matter of fact, you will see that there is a button right below this video that says My Hangout Academy. They're giving away a 5-module course for free of information regarding the Academy. And if you choose to join the Academy, then there's a button below that says you can join, because getting your message out, I am a student of the Academy. I use the same technology that they teach in strategies, using the same applications for this show that I'm doing tonight. So, again, we look forward to you enjoying the information that we have planned for you tonight. This is going to be outstanding. Put in your name. Well, your name will pop up, but put in your location. Get ready for your questions. If there are financially related questions, stress related questions, things that keep you up at night. I mean, is it the fact that perhaps not enough money at the end of the month? Or perhaps there could just be too much taxes taken out of your paycheck. Maybe just the fact of gas prices and everything is getting so expensive. This is the show where you can come in, relax, and get quality, sound advice. Because one thing I want to share with you, the level of success that I have reached in business, I have not always enjoyed. I've been that individual that has lost a home. I've been that individual that had the bill collectors calling and don't want to answer the phone. I've had the repo guy show up to my home years ago. I know the pain of financial stress, but I also know the joy of being able to enjoy life to the fullest, taking trips. One of the best trips that I think about that I was able to go on was to Australia. I cannot wait to go back to Sydney. Amazing cruises that I've been on. And I look forward to taking more of you with me on other trips if you so choose to want to bring more fullness to your life. So let's dive right into it. Let's start talking about some of the 5 key elements that can help you and ones you love reduce financial stress. Because it does not have to be a reality. You do not have to choose to live with it. So step number 1, if you've got a pen and pad, write this down. Get ready. You have to want more. Number 1. By wanting more, what does that mean? You have to want something different than what you've always been getting. Sometimes depends on how we were raised. We may have been raised to just be thankful. Be appreciative for what you have. Don't want stuff you're not supposed to be having. Well, let's think about that for a moment. Is that really sound advice? I mean, if you were supposed to just live a certain way, and if you're not happy, are you supposed to just not be happy? I mean, the Creator did not put human beings on this earth to be unhappy. So if you're unhappy, it's okay to want to do something different to make yourself happy. So in wanting more, that means you've got to be willing to stretch yourself to step outside of the box to look for different things. Because if you think about it, we've got to have these steps because oftentimes it's told that if we just had a big pot of money or if you just won the lottery or if something was to happen to you, money is not the answer to your financial stressful situation. How do I know? Well, let's say you won the lottery today. What's the next stress that comes behind that? Well, number 1, who's going to have their hand out first? That's going to get half of what you got. Well, Uncle Sam. So doesn't that create stress? What about your friends? What about family? Saw something on Facebook today. Man found the woman of his dreams after winning the lottery. Okay? That's not a dig on the women. Women could find the man of her dreams if she won the lottery. Same thing. People will come out of the woodwork. That's stress. So Money does not solve the financial stress. But number one, you have to have a desire in your mind to want something different than what you've been experiencing up until today. Because a famous speaker, Mr. Zig Ziglar, says it best. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. So if you really want financial freedom, you have to want more than what you have right now. You have to want your situation to be different than what you have right now. So that takes us into number two. You must develop a desire for change. In developing a desire for change, really what that means is that you've got to be willing to learn. You know, it's taught by these words called teachability index. Oftentimes when individuals ask me to consult with them, I flip the question back around and ask them, what is your teachability index? Teachability index simply means on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, pick a number that describes your desire to learn new things. Second question, pick a number 1 to 10 that describes your ability to accept change. Take those two numbers, multiply them. So if you got an 8 and an 8, or a 9 and a 9, or a 10 and a 10, or a 10 and a 9, or a 10 and an 8, multiply those two numbers together, and what do you have? To work with me, for me to consult with you, to take you on as a client, you would have to be at least 80. I prefer 90. Would desire that everyone was 100. But if you are at least an 80, then I would be willing to then take your money to work and consult with you. But if you're less than an 80 on a teachability index, I will not work with you. Because what that means is your desire to learn new things could be high or it could be low. But your desire to implement change or do something different than what you've been doing, if it's low, we're not going to get any more results. So why take your money? Why put a bad taste in your mouth if you're not going to really benefit? So if you have a teachability index score that's high, then you can make some changes and start the path of reducing financial stress. See, here are some of the things that create financial stress in our lives today. Each and every one of you, and myself included, work right now for two main reasons. We work to take care of our daily needs or our lifestyle for today. But at the same time, we should be putting enough funds aside so that our lifestyle is taken care of tomorrow. So that means we should be investing or putting money away and let our money grow for us. But with so much stress today on individuals, isn't it difficult to get that done? Let's talk about 4 things that prevent most people from achieving the things that they really, really want to achieve. Number 1, less than ideal cash flow decision. Less than ideal cash situation, or better yet said, inflation. Inflation and small amounts of cash flow. Think about it. Went to grill the other night. I went to buy some meat, some fajita meat, and 2 months ago that meat was $5.50, $6 a pound. Friday night, the same meat at the same store was $7.99 a pound. I had to think about how much I was going to eat. But inflation really does affect you. Gas prices. Gas, fortunately, is going down, but it's still around $3 a gallon. 10 years ago, $10 could have gotten you how many gallons? At least 5 gallons, maybe 7. Today, you're fortunate to get 3, 3.5, maybe. Okay? Think about the grocery store. Everything around us is growing in prices. Is your income growing in the same increments? But better yet, ask yourself, do you have investments that are growing to outpace inflation? If you don't have investments that are growing to outpace inflation, then you need to have your money working just as hard as you work, because that will help reduce financial stress. But again, Eric, I don't have the availability to invest money. Why not? Because problem number 2, taxes. Oftentimes, most Americans are, the word robbed came to my mind, but most Americans overpay. That's the better choice of word. Overpay in their taxes more than they should. At least 80% of the population in the United States who have W-2 wage earning jobs, the IRS stats say 80% overpay their taxes. So if you're overpaying your taxes each and every month, could that be increasing your financial stress? What if I told you there's a way that you could put 2, 3, 4, 5, some people are experiencing $700 to $800 a month by simply understanding how to fill out or correct their W-4, because oftentimes they're getting tax refunds at the end of the year. Now, a tax refund for some people is a personal choice. They really enjoy that. And if you enjoy getting a tax refund, maybe the conversation we should have with you next time is how to help you get a bigger refund. Would you like that? But getting a tax refund, I just want you to consider how that might be affecting you each month. If a family gets $6,000 back in the course of a year, that means they overpaid their taxes by $500 a month. Could an extra $500 per month back in your budget help you right now today? See, that takes us to step number 3. That's called creating a plan. But before we get into step number 3 any further, let's wrap up the last 2 things of the 4 elements that are robbing people of that ability to get the things that they want. And the third thing is debt. Because you overpay in taxes and then you have a lack of income throughout the rest of the month, it means that you have to go borrow money to get through the rest of the month. How do you borrow money? Maybe you put it on a credit card with the best intention of paying it off that month. But what happens? Oftentimes the minimum payment is made and the balance just keeps stacking up and it just does not go away. So because debt can rob you of another third of your income, taxes took a third, debt takes a third, now we have big business and corporations, or what we call less than ideal cash flow decisions, which lead to people getting frustrated. Sometimes you may find yourself running to the ATM machine at a convenience store. They've got a $2, $3 fee. Your bank charges $2 or $3 to access the same $20. So you've paid 25% to get your own money. Or perhaps because you don't have enough money at the end of the month, this domino effect, because they took out too much in taxes, you're in debt. Now you don't have enough to pay your bills, so then you get a late fee added on top of the bills. So when we look at the problems, and then we decide, wait a minute, I want more. I'm going to create a plan for change. I'm going to create a desire for change. In order to get that change, I'm going to create a plan. Let me show you why it's important to have a plan. I want to take you into a little bit of software. And in this software, what I want you to see is a sample of a client that I work with. I'm going to share my screen here with you. And what I like to do is I want you to start thinking about those things that are important for you to be thinking about as it relates to achieving what it is that you want to achieve in life. So with this particular software, this is a software that's really cool. Some of you may be in business. You may have a business on your own. You may have a home-based business. This software works for your home business. You want to have this, and I'll show you how you can get it. Well, you put in your goals, and then you start taking a look at your retirement freedom goals at the end of the year. I mean, at retirement time, at the end of the time that you're going to be working. This person wanted $10,000 a month. They wanted to be able to retire in 19 years. They knew Social Security is supposed to pay them $1,000 a month, and they have $10,000 in a 401k right now, and they said, I can put $200 a month away in savings currently. So then we took a look at their situation. Do you typically get a refund each year, or do you owe taxes? And they said, I generally owe. No, I'm sorry. They get a refund actually because they don't have any of these deductions. So that's what that was supposed to be there. Then we took a look at their debt. Their mortgage, balance owed, minimum payment, their MasterCard, they have a Visa, and they have a Bass Boat. Then here's some of their fixed expenses, a cell phone, internet, and car insurance, and so forth. So when we take a look at their situation, we're now going to go and take a look and see what it takes to change to help them achieve their goals. So if this person wanted $10,000 a month, they knew Social Security was going to give them $1,000, then we need to solve for a plan to help them achieve $9,000 per month. This means that they need to have, if they were getting 10% on their investments, they need to have $1,080,000 stashed away somewhere. And then their 401k dollars would grow to $66,000. So really what we need is their $66,000 plus a plan to get their $1,013,000. They would need to be able to invest $14.99 a month. So you say, Eric, how in the world are we going to get that? Well, one of the plans is that they have a business, and I'll tell you the reason for a business here in a second. We'll come back to that. And then they corrected their W-4, and they picked up another $500 a month. So they have an extra $1,000 of revenue being generated into their home. And with this $1,000, they were able to also go and change some of these reoccurring expenses that were $300. They got them down to $205. Now there's extra $95 adds to the $1,000. So $1,095 can be used for debt elimination. So when we talk about creating a plan, this is what we're talking about. So now with this $1,095 that can be available for debt reduction, look what happens to their debt. 69 months, $198,000 of debt has been eliminated by 2020. They now have, at the end of that 2020, $3,400 a month available to do something different with. Why not invest? It was going to be in debt for longer than that. So now when they invest these dollars, I want you just to see here that by 2032, they have reached their financial freedom goal by investing those funds. This is what we call a plan. This plan was simply using this person's own money. That's what's powerful about this. They used their own money as a strategy. So let me highlight something. Part of this plan, it said setting up a business. Another strategy for reducing your debt or reducing your stress, part of setting up a plan, is setting up a home business. You know, if taxes are get a third of your income, if you set up a home-based business, did you know and are you aware that the current tax code allows for you to correct your W-4 form even further and put more money back into your pocket, because business is the foundation of a capitalistic society like the one we have in this country. Congress understands that business owners must have operating capital to create more revenue, to hire employees, to generate jobs, so business owners get more tax breaks. So if you put into your plan to set up a home-based business, then you can receive the benefits of the other side of the tax code that most W-2 wage earners do not ever see. But you can be a W-2 wage earner and a business owner at the same time, reduce the amount of taxes that come out of your paycheck, and use that money to promote your business. Promoting your business can be in the form of using a cell phone that you already use in your lifestyle to make business calls, to set up meetings. So now you get to write the cell phone off. Having a business out of your home allows you then to hire or employ employees. Where do you think you should get your first employees? Well, I am not blessed to have children, but if you have children, ages 6 to 18, or possibly even younger, you can incorporate them into your home-based business. Congress allows you to write off per child or employee, each child and possibly a spouse, of upwards of $6,200 per person. So imagine having 2, 3, 4 children that you can hire, and they do justified, bona fide work. They could help with some of the social media planning. They could set up your events. They could help you with your marketing and promotions. They could help you with video shooting. They could be the person behind the technical person behind your Hangouts, doing exactly what I'm doing now. There's a variety of things that they can do. And so you get to pay them. Aren't you already spending money on your children? Why not redirect some of those funds to their bank account? You write it off as a business expense, and then they pay for the things that they need, such as cheerleading, band, football, basketball, sports, and so forth. Now those things become a write-off because the children were employees of your business. See, it's just about being willing to change a few things, having that education, and surrounding yourself with individuals who are already where you want to get to. So those are just a few suggestions. By setting up a home business, if you want more information, there's a button below that says Remove My Stress. There's a presentation that will give you further details about the benefits of a home business and some of the hottest opportunities that you can partner up with in the U.S. today. Or if you already have a home business, maybe you want to access tools and softwares that help you stay on track with IRS requirements. And I would highly recommend that you grab my Hangout Academy, because actually what this is doing, I have a home business, and I'm in my home business right now talking with you. But I have a team of people that are cloning this show, and not only am I broadcasting to you, but I'm broadcasting to the friends they invited to their pages through this technology that they teach at my Hangout Academy. So I'd recommend you grab that button and check that out as well. So the fourth step. The fourth step is about taking action. Without any action taken, it's just like life. It's just like a husband and wife. They could want kids all their life, but if they never take the appropriate action, will they ever have children? No. As we said, this we're going to keep we're going to keep this real talk. You can have all the thoughts, feelings, desires, plans, but no action. It was just talk. It was just coffee pot talk, barbershop talk, just wild dreams, wild hair. This is about taking action. Once you know that you've got a plan in mind, you say, okay, I learned that if I do some things such as setting up a home business, I could reduce my expenses. I could bring more money back home in my paycheck. I could put this into the software and I can see a plan how quickly I can eliminate my debt. I don't want to just take this money and now go blow it. I want to take this money, put it on my debt, save myself interest, pay the debt off faster. Then now I have this big pot of money that I can just start investing. And you're telling me that there's places I can invest and get 10%? Yeah. See, there's a whole nother segment I'm going to do on another show that's called The Banker's Secret. We're going to show you a common $600,000 mistake most people in this country make. Look forward to that on another episode. A $600,000 financial mistake. It's possible you might be making that same mistake. It's called The Banker's Secret. Look forward to that. We're going to talk about that. But the next thing, what we're saying is that by taking action, it allows you to take this plan, put some action behind it, and get results. But then once you take this action, what's the next step? You got to commit. You asked her to marry you. Guess what? You got to do it. You got to have a wedding. Commit, follow through. You're a baseball player. You want to hit a home run? You can't just watch the ball come at you. You've got to swing, and then you've got to be committed to that swing. You've got to follow through. If you're a golfer, you got to keep your head down. Follow through. If you're a tennis player, you got to keep your eye on the ball. Follow through. Everything in life, all the sports that we enjoy, all the things that we enjoy requires following through, requires a level of commitment. You've got to be committed to your plan. What we're here to do at My Financial Success Show is really simply to give you information to wake up your mind, to start thinking about different ways of doing things. Realizing that there are ways and strategies and opportunities to grab a hold of. Don't accept status quo. If you're just going to accept status quo, then don't waste your time learning about this kind of stuff. If you're not going to do anything about it, don't waste your time. But I guarantee you, you press on one of those buttons, remove my stress, it's going to take you into more detailed information. There's so much free information that you can surround yourself with. The button that says My Hangout Academy. Grab a spot in the academy. Learn about online marketing. Learn how to get your message out. And if you are a business leader and you have a team, you might be in network marketing. This is one of the most incredible strategies to growing your business without having to bother friends and family. Learn how to get online. Learn how to play in the world of social media. Those of you that are watching today, We probably are not friends on Facebook. Some of you might be my friend on Facebook, and I hope that you will leave more comments and we will become friends on Facebook. But we found each other just by letting Facebook take my information and I asked it to put it in front of people that like personal finance, that want more. You responded, you showed up, you took action, and here we are now. This is how it works. If I can do this, you can do this. If you want more information, press the request info button. If you've got questions, put your questions in comments. Would love to follow up with you. Press the remove my stress button. I promise you, it will take you into another zone of opportunity so that you can just relax, share the information, get all that you need, and start stepping into a world of no more stress. Because really, what does life have to offer? Do we really have to focus on working to age 65? Or could you create something so powerful that affects so many other lives that you can create retirement early for yourself? I know personally at 42, my desire is to only work 3.5 more years. I'll be 46. That is my plan. My plan to be able to step away and have a 6-figure income for the rest of my life. Now that's my plan. It doesn't have to be your plan, but you should have a plan that you can commit to. So what am I doing? I'm doing everything that my mastermind groups, my coaches, my mentors ahead of me, I stay plugged in. I do everything they teach me. I'm on a mission. To achieve my goal means I need to help people along the way. And if you feel that our personalities could resonate and connect, request more information. I would love the opportunity to just sit down, consult, and see where you're trying to go, and provide you with some guidance as to how to help you get there. As your host for my Financial Success Show, thank you for tuning in. We've covered 5 incredible points. Want more? Let's get these up here. Want more? Step number 1. Develop desire for change. Create your plan. Take action today. Take action, whatever it is, and commit. You do these things. Partner up with someone that can help you. We would love to partner with you. Press the remove my stress button. Learn more information about one of the greatest opportunities that's available right now in America that is teaching people about personal financial success. We'll see you on the other side. Leave your questions, leave your comments. We're a little bit delayed, so I'm just going to wait for a second to see if there's any questions or comments, and then we'll close it out. Just want to appreciate Kathy and Jason for making comments. Kathy's from Houston, Texas. She says she's in the house. And thank you, Jason, for the great comment. Appreciate the compliment. And this has been an exciting show to do. Look forward to the show is going to air every other Sunday. So subscribe, Make sure you get all of the notifications on our fan page. If you have any comments, if you have something you want to learn about, we take suggestions. If you need to talk about credit issues, bill collector issues, building home business issues, if you just want to get started as an entrepreneur, leave your comments. We'll put those into the next show. We're going to be talking about the banker's secret. That'll probably be the next show. That's an exciting one. You do not want to miss that, because we're going to talk about the $600,000 mistake so many people are making. Again, this is Eric Smith. I just want to thank you for tuning in for the show today. This has been a fantastic show, and we'll see you at the next event.